So presently we have Large Mama's Home 1, 2, and 3. I've never seen Medea in a pantsuit. I think she wears a dress. What happens when Tyler Perry's infamous In the Background show gets uncovered on live television? The acclaimed chief frenzies as Ice Solid Shape and other celebs openly criticize him. Prepare for stunning disclosures from those who've worked intimately with Perry, remembering stunning somewhat late changes for a recording experience one entertainer called the most distressing and hardest of his life. Snatch your popcorn. This is one story you won't have any desire to miss. What do you suppose he was precisely? What was the point that you felt like went too far for him to? Hey, everybody. You assume you know Tyler Perry? Reconsider. In the present selective, we're revealing the cruel real factors behind the fabulousness of Tyler Perry Studios. From an incomprehensible one-day shooting timetable to Perry's unpredictable and hasty changes to characters, those who've considered working with him make them paralyzed stories to tell. Indeed, even Hollywood hotshots like Ice 3D Shape aren't keeping down their analysis. Hang on close as we jump into the In the Background show that has everybody in Tinseltown talking. Tyler Perry isn't simply an entertainer. He's a legend with a total assets rising above $1 billion. He's an awe-inspiring phenomenon in media outlets. From neediness to multi-tycoon status, creating north of 30 movies, 20 plays and 8 TV series. Perry's process is out-and-out rousing. DiGiondo. His media establishment alone rounded up an incredible $660 million, and Perry continues developing his domain, possessing an enormous 330 section of land property known as Tyler Perry Studios, esteemed at $280 million and having television projects and movies worth $320 million. He's plainly thinking ahead. Yet, pause, does he truly mistreat his workers? Keep close by. The response could astonish you. For those satire and liveliness fans who love the television series Backcountry, you could perceive a person playing Tyler Perry, and he goes by Winston Jerome, with its anime-styled road battling scenes and a sprinkle of dark double-dealing humor. The Backwoods is everything except common. It's proud, intense, and has some things to say regarding media creator Tyler Perry. The possibility of the episode came from one of our entertainers that was, it was a piece of the show. Gary Anthony Williams, tried out for a Tyler Perry film. Winston Jerome isn't simply an irregular person. He reflects Perry's genuine jobs as a writer, screenwriter, entertainer, and that's only the tip of the iceberg. I asked Jesus, how might I additionally spread your message on the planet? Also, he said, dressing in drag. Thus I put on a dress and a hairpiece. Truth be told. Indeed, even dressing in drag is amusing. Gesture in the series. Presently we should discuss that dubious episode Stop, which broadcasted in June 2010. Here, Winston Jerome is presented as the organizer behind a dramatic faction for having intercourse with men, and his genuine voice is uncovered as a worn-out dark American inflection when outrage. It's an all-out farce of Tyler Perry, and it let it all out. Be that as it may, the most shocking part, the episode makes fun of Perry's well-known screenwriting equation, in any event, depicting him as a closeted gay who utilized his religion. Backwoods hit the bullseye with the recipe of each and every Tyler Perry film, tweeted a fan. However, what's the genuine In the Background story? Amidst the provocative episode of The Backwoods, Winston Jerome, the imaginary variant of Tyler Perry, alongside Maddox's media, take the spotlight. Jerome is created as a diversion tycoon with a clique-like hold, utilizing strict way of talking and film subjects to control everyone around him, all while concealing his sexuality. At a certain point, the distress arrives at a pinnacle driving characters Huey and Riley on a salvage mission to save their granddad from Jerome's grip. There were sure things that we took from the genuine story that he gave us, and we put it in the show, and I believe that could have caused him to feel away. Since a critical second discloses Jerome's actual goals. When Granddad asks Jerome, Do you intend to let me know that this entire dressing in drag Christian gathering thing is to make sure you can have associations with men? To which Jerome concedes. Goodness, basically, better believe it. Composed by Backwoods maker Aaron Magruder and Rodney Barnes, this episode will undoubtedly ignite pressure. Jerome's manipulative control, utilizing strict subjects and confining the cast, reveals insight into the tricky idea of his personality, all while adding complex layers to the parody. As indicated by reports, there was even hypothesis that Perry had terminated staff individuals and was wanting to sue the backcountry over the substance. Be that as it may, Perry rushed to discredit those cases. Very much like this Spike Lee circumstance, I feel that no reaction is the best reaction. I'm about to leave it at that. There is positively no reality to the gossip that I'm suing the Backwoods. Those are lies. I'm not suing anyone over that, and I haven't terminated anybody as a result of that show by the same token. I don't have any idea where all that came from, Perry explained. However, the dubious episode planned to incite responses. Tyler Perry's refusal to act against the backcountry, even in the midst of bogus reports, permitted the episode to stay a subject of interest without growing into a fight in court. While some saw it as a savvy move, others kept on discussing the precision and decency of the depiction. Keeping the episode and the tattle alive and the tattle fit as a fiddle in the realm of big-name diversion. Following the show of the backcountry episode, the show appeared to be ready for a new beginning with a reboot declared in 2019. Unfortunately, the news came without further ado before the death of entertainer John Witherspoon, who played the darling granddad in the show. Quick forward to 2021, Sony Pictures reassessed the restart. An ice shape wasn't keeping down, pointing the finger right at Tyler Perry for the undoing. I keep thinking about whether Tyler Perry resembles he's on a campaign to make people of color look as terrible as could really be expected. Be that as it may, this isn't Tyler Perry's most memorable brush with discussion. Back in 2015, Tyler Perry Studios wound up at the focal point of a legitimate tempest. Joshua Sewell, a previous creation right hand, slapped Tyler Perry, the studio, and boss Brett Hendricks, with a $5 million claim recorded in the Atlanta government court. The claim blamed Perry for criticism and affirmed that Spirit had gotten through verbal and actual badgering. The subtleties of the 17-page protest are sufficient to cause anybody hair to stand on end. Marks beneath. Much thanks to you for tuning in and going along with us on this wild ride through the entrancing universe of VIP tales. Assuming you partook in this video, make a point to hit that buy-in button and crush that like button. Remember to turn on warnings so you never pass up the most